Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. So today, I'm talking again about Samuel L. Jackson, because apparently he's got more to say. And personally, I think he needs to just shut the fuck up. But that's just because, I look at it as he's somebody who has made an extreme amount of money basically playing the same role almost his entire life. I mean, he pretty much is the loudmouth, angry person in almost every movie he's played. But I'm going to read this article, and then I'm going to give my opinions on it. And then, as always, I will have a link for it so you can look at it yourself. But anyways, we're going to read. So, let's see here. Title is Samuel L. Jackson on losing Oscar for Pulp Fiction. Black folks usually win for doing despicable shit on screen. And yet you don't hear British people complaining about the fact that they're always put as bad people. But, gotta bring in race to everything. But anyways, article goes, later this month, veteran Samuel L. Jackson will receive the Honorary Academy Award at the 2022 Oscar ceremony. However, you'd be surprised to know that it will be the only award he's ever gotten from the prestigious award show, and only second time he's been acknowledged in any way for losing in 1994 for Best Supporting Actor for his iconic role in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Or is it that surprising? Sam Jack doesn't seem to think so, and he has a pretty interesting opinion on why that may be the case for him and other African American Hollywood stars since the first ceremony was hosted back in 1929. Let's see. I just have to say real quick, I get tired of people saying Black American or Asian American or all this other stuff. You're just American, okay? Just stop with this. You're not different just because of your skin color. You are an American. Stop putting your race or your skin color, or where your ancestors may have come from ahead of it. Because if you are in this country and you become a citizen, you're an American. That's all I got to say on that. I get tired of that phrase. But anyways, ahead of this year's Oscar ceremony being held on March 27th at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California, Jackson spoke candidly with the Times on this Pulp Fiction snub and what many believe to have been decades of disregard for his countless major roles over the years. He says, I should have won that one. He says about playing slick hitman Jules Winfield, with the award eventually going to the late Hollywood icon Martin Landau, a white man, for his role in the 1994 Ed Wood biopic. Jackson went on to make an argument for not even getting a nomination for his equally impressive role 3 years earlier in Jungle Fever. Instead, he saw Bugsy actor Harvey Keitel and Ben Kingsley both get nominated for the same film. Take a look at what he had to say on that note via the Times. My wife and I went to see Bugsy. Damn, they got nominated and I didn't. I guess black folk usually win for doing despicable shit on screen, like Denzel Washington for being a horrible cop in Training Day. All the great stuff he did in uplifting roles like Malcolm X, no. He'll give it to this motherfucker. So maybe I should have won one, but Oscars don't move the comma on your check. It's about getting asses in the seat, and I've done a good job at doing that. His comments bring up a very interesting point. In addition to Denzel having to be depicted in glory, getting flogged as a slave turned war hero to win his first Oscar, many felt Halle Berry had to do a sexual graphic scene with a white man while playing a down-and-out single mother to get her win for Monsters Ball. The same sentiment goes for Lupita. I don't know how to say his last name. Nyong'o. I hope I said that right. Who had to be depicted being raped and whipped in 12 Years of a Slave in order to achieve an Academy Award. Most recently, Danielle Kaluuya. Oh man, I hate these ridiculous names. Not saying that it's bad, but it's hard for me to read them. But anyways, Kaluuya won playing Fred Hampton in Judas and the Black Messiah, but not without getting depicted in one of the most gruesome murder scenes of a black man in film history. While some of the only 20 black actors to ever win an Oscar have been the exception, hey Whoopi in Cuba, you've got to give Samuel L. Jackson his props on this one. Let me know your thoughts on this viral topic. All right. So my opinion on this is basically Samuel L. Jackson just needs to shut the fuck up. And a lot of these people need to just stop. Because you know what? Who cares? Like, the average person does not care that you get an award. Your award means nothing to us. An award should mean nothing. It's so what? It's like getting an achievement award in a video game. It's like, who cares? You know, if an actor is only going in because they want to win awards, then they're doing it for the wrong reason. You know, Danny Trejo is one of my favorite actors. You know why? Because he was asked one time by a fan what was his favorite roles to play, and he just said, I don't know, I just love to act. And that is an actor. Someone who just goes in it to just entertain, because that's the whole purpose. Nobody cares about what actors have to say for the most part, because most of them don't care about the average American. They only care about themselves. As you're seeing here with Samuel L. Jackson, who himself has basically played the same role for decades. And so what? Oh my goodness, he plays an uplifting role once in a while. Yeah, and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Whoopi Goldberg, even though I'm not a big fan of her anymore, have played a lot of roles that required to actually act differently. They didn't do the same typical stuff of just popping a movie going, what up, motherfucker? You know, which is basically all Samuel L. Jackson's good for. He's the person they call for when they need someone to be angry and yell motherfucker. And he knows it. But yet he keeps going with it. So it's like he's only harming himself. You know? And to be honest, who cares about these stupid awards? Like, they are meaningless. It's just, all it is just for a way people can be like, oh, look at, I'm good. It's like, oh yeah, a few people decided that you are good. These awards are not given out based on what people actually think. You know, the normal people watching these do not have a say in who wins or any of that stuff. So, like, why do these actors really care that much? You know, and then, of course, they always got to bring in race. And I'm getting sick and tired of that as well. Because, you know, it's like, oh, this person won because he's a white man. It's like, you know what? Fuck off with your stupid bullshit. Stop bringing in race. Stop accusing somebody just because of their skin color. Because, you know, Denzel Washington said it best when he made, I forget which movie it was, he directed. But he said, somebody asked him, it's like, well, was it good that there was a black person, you know, in charge of the movie? And he's like, no, it has nothing to do with race. He said the reason why he made the movie he did is because it was about the culture. You know, it's like he said, you know, like people did Schindler's List and stuff. It's like, yeah, somebody could have, you know, anybody could have made it, but it's all about the culture, about where it was, and having somebody in charge of that. So, like, if somebody's Irish, you put them in charge of a movie that's based around, you know, the Irish. You know, because then they have that understanding of where it comes from. It's like he was mentioning like hot comb. It's like I don't know the whole thing with hot combs because I don't have the kind of hairstyle that would require that. So it's like I don't know that, you know, or in a time when that was a big thing, you know. So, you know, it's like people always say you need to put a person in a role because we need more race or this or diversity, but that doesn't help anybody. Because we're changing roles in movies. Like, for instance, like the Beauty and the Beast movie that was made, you know, they had black people as, like, royalty, and that made no sense because the time period and then where it was in the world, which was France, black people weren't either there, or if they were, they definitely were not royalty, okay? They were slaves, just like a lot of other people. So And it's just, the people don't understand is like when we alter movies of how they're supposed to be depicted or how they're supposed to be done, we're changing the perspective of how people perceive the world. Because it's really sad, but people take movies and stuff from TV shows and believe it more than what's actually happened. So, but it just irritates me when people like Samuel L. Jackson just won't just shut up. Like, he had the big controversy with, Joe Rogan, which I thought was stupid. And, basically he just needs to just knock it off. Because, like I said, almost every role he's done, he's basically played the same character. And he's sitting here crying that he's not getting a stupid award, because that's what I think they are. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb. And trying to, achieve this high or what they consider high level acting because you have an award. It's like, man, somebody could not win any awards but still care about what they do. I mean, I don't remember hearing Robin Williams complaining because he wasn't winning enough awards or not getting this or that. He just loved acting. He loved bringing joy to people's face, and that's what it all matters about. But these actors, sit here, especially these actors that are now in these Marvel movies, which are literally doing the most easiest work in the world. Oh, look at me, I put some spandex on, and I'm popular, so you must listen to me. It's like, no, you're just some stupid Marvel character actor, and that's all you are. You're not doing anything great. You're not doing anything profound. You're playing a role that literally could die one moment and then be brought back the next. There's no stakes in these movies. But, Samuel Jackson's been basically playing, his character in the Marvel franchise for so long. And it's the same character he's played in everything else. He's just not saying motherfucker. So, but it just irritates me. But anyways, that's just what I have to say on it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I definitely would like your opinions on stuff. And also let me know how you like the shows. Also, don't forget to hit like. And also, if you'd like to get more of my shows, don't forget to hit follow. And yeah. And other than that, if you'd like to support the shows, as always, I'll have my links below for my Etsy and my Teespring. And like always, I will be ending this show with a song, and today we're going to be doing a song called New Again by Holy C and Lee June. I'm DJ Batman, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
You should see the city lights tonight. I don't think they've ever burned this bright. Did you know when how everything would turn out? We learned to run, we learned to fight. Sooner or later, we can become strangers. Someday, somewhere, we can be new again. We can be anything that we wanted to be back then. Just wait, just wait. If I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through. And if I only knew how to make it true, we could write a new ending for you. You can pick and choose. All you gotta do is play the whole thing through. I wanted to be saved before we lost our way. We were picture perfect, but below the surface, I wasn't okay. I made it look that way. I'm saying you deserved it. Sometimes it just happens that way.